If you've ever wanted to find a stock before it makes a big move and you've constantly been scrolling through thousands and thousands and thousands of stocks every morning and you don't know about screeners, then this is the video for you. Essentially, a screener just gives you a simplified list of potential stocks given the filters that you put into it. And when you find these stocks from these filters, you're still going to want to look at the company, you're going to want to do your due diligence, and you can always change the filters to your liking. That's the great part about screeners. There are lots of different screeners out there, but in today's video, we're going to be using Finviz. Now, you can use any screener you want pretty much because they all do the exact same thing. I just personally like Finviz. You could use TradingView, but TradingView costs money. Anytime you can save money, it's just better. The first screener we're going to be going over are for bounce plays. So if you're looking for a bounce play, you're going to want to look for stocks to where the asset falls towards an important level of support. So for this screener, we're going to start by changing the price to over $5. We're going to change the RSI to oversold. We're going to change to up. And we're going to make the relative volume over 2. And now you can see we have 2 stocks that we could possibly have a bounce play with. So let's say, for example, we wanted to use the ZIVO ticker. We go to the stock on TradingView and we look at the day chart and we can see that it has been making a push to lows. And if you don't understand what one of these filters means, you can always just hover over it and it will give you an explanation. Now, the next filter we're going to be going over are buy and hold stocks. So we're going to start by changing the market cap to over 50 million. We're going to make sure that it's above the 20-day moving average. We're going to change the beta to over 1.5. The EPS growth over the next 5 years to make it over 15%. The return on equity, we're going to make that over 15%. And make the current ratio over 1.5. Now we can see that this has given us a list of stocks that are possible contenders for us to buy and hold in the long term. Now, this doesn't mean that they are good stocks to invest in. Like I said at the beginning of the video, you still need to do your due diligence and do research and your own technical analysis on these stocks to make sure that it is the best option for you. Next, we'll be going over a filter for breakouts. So we're going to start by changing the 20-day SMA to above. We want it above the 50-day SMA, and we want it above the 200-day SMA. We also want it to be at a new 52-week high. We want the return on equity to be over 20%. We want the debt equity to be under 1. We want the average volume to be over 100K. This is going to give us stocks that are reaching new highs that are ready to break out to make even higher highs. The next filter we're going to be going over are stocks that are looking to maybe find higher highs that also pay dividends. We're going to start by making the market cap over 10 billion. We're going to make the dividend yield positive. We're going to make the PE under 20. We're going to make the EPS growth over the next 5 years over 5%. We're going to make the payout ratio under 50. We're going to make the PEG low, and the EPS next year, we're going to make that over 5%. For our final filter, we're going to be going over high earnings. For this filter, we're going to start by making it over the 200-day SMA, average volume over 400K, EPS growth this year over 25%, EPS growth next year over 25%, EPS growth over the quarter over 25%, and the sales growth quarter over 25%, and we're going to make the RSI over 50. If this video helped you at all, please don't be scared to leave a like. It always helps.